Hello, my name is Jim DeMeo, and I'm reading A Course in Miracles. This is Lesson 28 from the workbook. Above all else, I want to see things differently. Today we are really given specific application to the idea for yesterday. In these practice periods, you will be making a series of definite commitments. The question of whether you will keep them in the future is not our concern here. If you are willing at least to make them now, you've started on the way to keeping them. And we are still at the beginning. You may wonder why it is important to say, above all else. Above all else, I want to see this table differently. In itself, it is not important at all. Yet, what is by itself? And what does in itself mean? You see a lot of separate things about you, which really means you do not see them at all. You either see or not. When you have seen one thing differently, you will see all things differently. The light you will see in any one of them is the same light as you will see in all of them. When you say above all else, I want to see this table differently, you're making a commitment to withdraw your preconceived ideas about the table and open your mind to what it is and what it is for. You're not defining it in past terms. You're asking what it is rather than telling it what it is. You're not binding its meaning to your tiny experience of tables, nor are you limiting its purpose to your little personal thoughts. You will not question what you have already defined, and the purpose of these exercises is to ask questions and receive the answers. In saying, above all else, I want to see this table differently, you're committing yourself to seeing. It's not an exclusive commitment. It's a commitment that applies to the table just as much to anything else, neither more nor less. You could in fact gain vision from just that table if you would withdraw all your ideas from it and look upon it with a completely open mind. That's the real purpose of these lessons, is to open our mind. It's not about tables, it's not about seeing. It's about opening our mind. If our mind isn't open, how can we hear the voice of God within our mind? So, the purpose is to open our mind. It has something to show you, something beautiful and clean and of infinite value, full of happiness and hope. This is if we see anything completely, if we see anything with an open mind. Hidden under all your ideas about it is its real purpose, the purpose it shares with all the universe. This purpose, of course, leads us to the vision of God, to finally stop running from God and to come back to our Creator and say, thank you. In using the table as a subject for applying the idea for today, you are therefore really asking to see the purpose of the universe. You will be making the same request of each subject that you use in the practice periods. And you are making a commitment to each of them to let its purpose be revealed to you, instead of placing your own judgment upon it. We will have 6 2-minute practice periods today in which the idea for today is stated at first, then applied to whatever you see about you. Not only should the subjects be chosen randomly, but each one should be accorded equal sincerity as today's idea is applied to it. An attempt to acknowledge the equal value of them all in their contribution to your seeing. As usual, the application should include the name of the subject that your eyes have happened to light on. You should rest your eyes on it a while, saying, above all else, I want to see this, fill in the blank, differently. Each application should be made quite slowly and as thoughtfully as possible. There's no hurry. So can you imagine being completely freed from the past? Completely open, completely in the light. It may scare you a bit, but we've been afraid to turn around in our cave since the day that Plato wrote the allegory of us being in that cave. Now maybe we're getting ready to turn around and face the light. We will not be blinded if we're ready to let go of the past.